the internet is the problem. One thing I noticed from people who spend a lot of time scrolling the internet and not making money from it or doing it as a job, they are often the most stressed out people in the world. And it's no mystery why. The real world, the world we all live in, most people aren't sitting around worrying about Donald Trump. Yes, fascism is on the rise, Nazi regime is about to take over. These are the things that are being touted on the internet. But the people not spending time on the internet, they don't have the time to even think about Donald Trump or have awareness of what's going on. They're too busy just living their lives. So if you're endlessly scrolling, it tells me two things. You are not part of the so-called elite or a real mover and shaker in life like you think you are. You're actually wasting a lot of your life feeding your brain a constant loop of doom, and you can't do anything about it. The people who are constantly pushing, the world is crumbling, the world is falling apart, the people pushing that narrative, what are they doing about it? Nothing. Most aren't starting movements or building solutions. They are just posting video after video like some TED Talk Academy, sinking deeper into frustration and helplessness. And while they are doing that, the powers that be are taking note. They label them extremists. They prepare to manage them accordingly. That is the intention behind social media. It was never intended to be social. It was intended to steal information from you, your thoughts, your minds, your joys, the things you scroll and like and dislike, who you interact with, how you get on the app, in order to figure out if you're somebody that's going to be a problem to the system. But then you have the good little citizens that go to work, they pay their bills, they never ask questions, they live inside the system perfectly. So they don't see it the way the loudest rebels do. Yeah, you're the rebel, the ones who are on the internet getting pissed, calling Donald Trump's government a fascist regime, and he's creating a dystopian universe. Just word up to all of you guys, that's been going on for a very long time. But here's the thing, seeing the spell doesn't necessarily change it. This summer I traveled international, I went to a major city, and everywhere I went, people were just living their lives, carrying on. Families at water parks, couples holding their hands at movie theaters, people shopping, renting cars, enjoying a dinner out. That's when I had to ask myself, are you going to actually do something about the world's problems? Are you going to focus on living like the rest of these people, creating and focusing on survival the way they are? If you were born into the elite, great, you already are one step ahead. But the rest of us, the reality is that you can't fix everything, especially in a country where half of the population is too busy fighting the other half. So there's never any unification on any plan to go forward to stop anything that you see going on in the world. As long as there's a left versus right, warfare dominates. Nothing is going to change. So maybe your energy and mine is better spent building your own life, working, focusing on your family, brainstorming ways to make money, use tools and resources, even AI, and make it happen, because you need to stop feeding yourself this endless stream of negativity. If you're not consuming things that are educational, uplifting, or motivating, then you are just fueling your own mental collapse. And remember, change doesn't start at the federal level. It starts where you're at, your neighborhood, your community. Just today, I met a neighbor I'd never seen before. I introduced myself, asked their name, welcomed them to my community, and that tiny moment builds. It builds connection. If disaster ever struck, I won't go to a politician for help. It'll be the people living next to you. So get to know them, be polite, build trust. In a crisis, your community ends up being your lifeline. Ask anyone who's lived through a natural disaster. I'm sorry I had to give you this little pep talk today, but some of you needed this. Think for yourself and go live your life and get off the internet sometime and just realize nothing's going to change anytime soon until one person comes back to this earth and you guys know who that is. Anyways, have a great day. Think for yourself.